Okay, friends, look what a nice sunny day it is here in the children's room. And look at all our cute owls, and our moon is still here. And look, it's Miss Jane.
Hi everybody, I hope you're feeling well and happy at home, but since you can't come into the library, I thought I'd show you how to do a craft today. Today I'm going to show you how to make backpack animals. We're going to do a lion and a lamb. Have you ever heard the expression, March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb? That's because the weather in March in the beginning is kind of fierce and wintry, and then it goes out later on like spring, and in the spring and it's calm like a little lamb. So that's what we're going to do today. The materials you're going to need are going to be right here.
Let me come around so I can see Miss Jane.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to need yarn, 3 different colors, white, orangish, and a beige. Then we're going to need several small pieces of cardboard about 3.5 inches by 5 inches wide. Some index cards or cardstock for templates for the face and the nose. Then we're going to use a pencil, a silver Sharpie, or maybe a piece of chalk. We're going to need some school glue, some black felt, some googly eyes, a ruler, scissors, and some key rings.
Let me just get that 1 second. There you go.
All right, I'm going to stick these guys over here. And first we're going to start by taking our piece of cardboard, and we're going to measure a section that is 2.5 inches wide. Mark that off. So it's 2.5 inches wide and it's 3 inches high. Okay, then we're going to make the pom-pom for the lamb. We're going to use our white yarn. And we're going to wrap it around the cardboard and hold it at the top with your finger, and then wrap the yarn a couple times around to make sure that loose piece stays on and doesn't waggle. Then you're going to wrap the yarn as evenly as you can and kind of snugly across to the left-hand line that you drew. And you're going to go all the way over there, trying to keep it close together. Keep doing that until you get to the other line, and it's going to look like this. When you get to the left side, you're going to start wrapping back in this direction and go all the way to this side. And you're going to wrap the yarn about 100 to 120 times. And when you're done with the wrapping all that yarn, it's going to look like this. Okay, so now we're going to have to take this yarn off the cardboard. So you're going to first trim this little piece so it's even with the bottom. And you're going to have to bend the cardboard a little bit to get the yarn off, and be gentle and careful. Just pull it off like that and lay that down on the table. Then you're going to cut another piece of yarn about 12 inches long, about 1 foot long. And you're going to put that lump of yarn you just made, you're going to put that on top of the middle of the piece of yarn, and you're going to tie a knot as tightly as you can. See how tight that is? And maybe you'll get somebody to help you put their finger there so you can make it a double knot. Then you can try to leave these 2 long pieces of yarn and try not to cut those, but in the next part you're going to trim all these loops of yarn, and that's how your pom-pom is going to be made. So I'm going to take these scissors, I'm going to trim the loops. I'm going to do the same to this side. And it's going to look like this. There you go. So now it's kind of not very uniform or anything, so you're going to roll it around in your palm. And you might want to trim it a little bit so it looks nice and fluffy like this guy. And it's going to look like this. There you have a nice fluffy pom-pom. And if you didn't cut off the long strings, or if you did cut off the long string, you're going to cut another piece to attach the keyring on. I'm going to look for the little spot where it was tied together. I'm going to tie this string around the middle of the pom-pom tightly again, and double knot it. Then I'm going to take a key ring and I'm going to tie that on about 4 or 5 times tightly. Okay, now I'm going to trim those strings so that they match up with the rest of the pom-pom. You can't see where you tied it on. And we're almost done. You can fluff it up again with your palms. Now we're going to draw the face. I liked the shape face when I was looking for faces, so I made a little face template. And first I drew the ear like that, and the top of the head, and then another ear, and then down for his face, and then the other part of his ear. And then I cut it out, and it looks like this. Now you're going to take a piece of black felt, and you're going to trace the face onto the felt with a Sharpie so you can actually see it, or a piece of chalk. And then it looks like this. And you're going to cut it out, and it comes out looking like this. So now we're going to glue the face on. Make sure when you're putting the glue on, just do it lightly, and do it on the side that has the pen marks or the chalk marks on it so it doesn't show up. Okay. Come on out, glue. Alright, so we'll just pretend that I got glue on there. And stick it on the middle of your lamb. The next step is you're going to take some eyes and you're going to glue them on, putting a little bit of glue on each, and holding them on for a few minutes, seconds, like that. And then here you have your finished backpack lamb. Isn't he cute? Right.
Very cute.
Now that you know how to do pom-poms, you can make a lion as well. For the lion, you need 2 different pom-poms. You need a bigger pom-pom for the mane with like an orangey color, and you're going to use the the cardboard that you use to make the lamb, that size. But for the face, you need a smaller pom-pom, so you're going to use a smaller piece of cardboard. You're going to mark it so it is 1 3/4 inches wide, and it's going to be about 2 1/4 inches high, and you're going to draw those lines on the cardboard. Then you're going to take the face colored yarn and wrap it around about 80 times, because that's going to make the smaller pom-pom for the face, and it's going to look like this. And when you make the main pom-pom, it's going to be orange, and you're going to leave the strings long, and you're going to tie the keychain on to the top of the mane, like you did for the lamb. Okay. Then you're going to compare your pom-poms, and you're going to see, do you like the way the face looks? Is it too fluffy or bushy? I kind of wanted to make it a little less bushy, so I trimmed it up for this guy. And then it's time to make the nose. So I took a piece of cardstock and I drew kind of like an upside down house, or you could also draw like a triangle for the nose. And then you cut that out, and you're going to sketch that on to your black felt as well with a Sharpie. Cut it out, and it comes out like this. So let's see. So first, before we glue the nose onto the face, we're going to glue the face onto the mane. So you're going to take your glue and you're going to hold that on for a few seconds. Then you're going to take your nose And you're going to glue that on and hold it on for a few seconds. And for the eyes, I like to use smaller eyes for the lion because I think it makes them look a little more fierce. So then you're going to glue them on. And here you have your lion. There you have it, guys. You have a lamb and a lion, just like when the March comes in and it's in a lion and it goes out like a lamb. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed doing this craft. I know you're stuck at home, so we're going to continue to do a few more crafts like this over the next few weeks. So check on our website at yorktownlibrary.org and Facebook at Heart Kids to see what we're going to be planning next. And if you have any questions in the meantime, you can also email me. I'll put up my email. And I can help you with the craft if you have some questions at jhennessy@wlsmail.org. See you next time.